perspective of water, you know. All the civilizations of the past flourished on the banks of river. Now you see Indus Valley civilizations, Mesopotamian, all these civilizations flourished on the banks of rivers. But floods happened and these civilizations were destroyed. Villages and forts were constructed on the mountain tops then. Then again, today these were deserted looks. Then came, in these civilizations in the past, we see transportation of water was minimum. Energy required to transport them was minimum. Though these societies were architecturally very sound, Harappan civilization, we have seen the remains, but geologically they were not located on a stable habitation. With Britishers, Industrial Revolution came the concept of transporting water. This pumping machinery, invention of pumping machinery led to transportation of water for the first time. Water was somewhere, cities were planned somewhere else. And over the years, it became a costly affair. Now, in Himalayas, if you see, this is a beautiful Kasoli reservoirs built by Britishers in 18th, 19th century maybe. And this was Shimla town, based on concept of transportation of water for the first time. Cost of augmentation of water today for Shimla town, if you're planning for about 230 or 240 years, about 3,000 crores. It has to be transported from Satluj, pumped every year, a lot of electricity energies. Again, the small town Kasoli, again, if you want to augment it, 6 lakh liters means 18 crores rupees. Then came, you cannot pay, the consumer cannot pay so much money. Then what? The concept of subsidy. So this entire water is now subsidized. The irrigation public health is costing them, it is costing them 22 rupees, 50 paisa subsidy. They are selling it to 4 rupees to municipal corporation. Then again that municipal corporation is spending 6 crores for maintenance. Something like huge subsidy, subsidized water, concept of subsidized water, and nobody is getting water. So that is, Industrial Revolution not only brought pumping machinery, they also brought pollution. So this is Yamuna river, Delhi की है, यहाँ आप लोग देखा होगा सबने इसको. This is all pollution. And these rivers all over India have become sewerage canals also. चाहे वो गंगा ले लो, चाहे वो यमुना ले लो, चाहे कोई भी रिवर ले लो, चाहे अपने घर के जो स्ट्रीम्स, बुजुर्ग कहते थे यहाँ से हम पानी पीते हैं, लेकिन हम वहाँ पे सब गंदे हो गए हैं. And now we want water. So that is the apathy, you know. All the blue waters in the last 60 years, we have turned them black. This is the case of Yamuna. It has tremendous water to feed entire Delhi, but we have turned these waters black. The question is, do we really want to care for water? If we are thinking for our future generations, time has come. Time has come that we should think of. Because droughts and famines cause migrations, and floods, if the water is in a flooding mode, then it will cause lots of devastation. This is a photograph of 2010 floods in Leh, causing 257 lives in a fraction of 5 minutes. This is the intensity. Now, climate change. I'll just talk briefly about all these things, but I can give 1 hour, 2 hours, how much time you want. In Himalayas, the glaciers are extinct. This is the reality, or on the verge of extinction. This is glacier very near to China border, and this is Khardungla glacier, lifeline of Leh. जब तक ये लेह में ये ग्लेशियर है, तब तक ग्रेविटी से पानी आ रहा है, नहीं तो वहाँ पे भी कॉस्ट ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. So we are just, and now what are the repercussions? Now this is famous, Kareena Kapoor's, everybody is famous for this, 3 Idiots, last shot. This lake is Pangong Lake. This 2/3 is in China. That straight stretch, this is in India. And this was not a lake. Our studies have shown, we have been drilling right across for the last almost 20 years now in the high Himalayas. This was not a lake. This was a river, a tributary of Shyok River, which again joins Siachen Glacier and then Siachen tributary and into the Indus. So this was not a lake. This became accidental because now there are no glaciers to feed the water, and the discharge has decreased so much that this has turned to be a lake. So all the hydropower projects are in bracket now, where the water is going to come in another, say, now you see the Khardungla, that is the amount of glaciers which we have in. Now again, this is a story of California. You see in 2011 and 2014. These are real pictures from the net when I was preparing for this. And this is what was there and this is what is here. So it is not only building smart cities. Smart cities mean smart water and geologically stable locations. So, in a nutshell, black waters need to be, if you are really planning smart cities, the first concept should be smart water. By smart water, what do you mean by smart water? Minimum energy for its transportation. So how can, पहले तो वहाँ पे उनके पास वो सिर्फ बेचारे रिवर्स होते थे या कुएं खोद देते थे. Now we have drilling rigs, ground water proper monitoring, ground water recharging, all this done scientifically with proper geologists operating on the drilling rigs. All the wells will function well. There will be no depletion of groundwater in the northern region. This is for guaranteed. We have been working in the last 20 years in Himalayas. Not even 1 centimeter of groundwater has depleted in our wells. So how can we turn black waters blue? ये जमुना आपने स्मार्ट सिटी बनानी है, पहले दिल्ली से शुरू करो. अपने वाटर बॉडीज जितनी भी हैं सारी ब्लैक वाटर्स ब्लू कर दो, स्मार्ट सिटी बन गई. बाकी सब लोग अपने खुश हो जाएंगे और खुशी में बाकी सारे काम अपने आप अच्छे होने शुरू हो जाएंगे. यमुना को ब्लू करो बस सबसे पहले. सीवरेज सिस्टम, रिसाइकलिंग, प्रॉपर वाटर हो. इंडस्ट्रीज जो नहीं चाहिए हमारे को, जो पोल्यूट कर रही है, काला पानी करने में जो भी काम योगदान दे रहे हैं उनको सबको बंद करो. वी डोंट नीड देम. ब्लू वाटर्स मीन्स पोर्टेबल वाटर. यमुना के किसी भी कोने में आप चले जाओ, वहां से पानी पी सको. मिनिमम ट्रांसपोर्टेशन मीन्स चीपर वाटर, बेटर हैबिटेशंस, वहाँ पे एग्रीकल्चर अच्छा होगा. नहीं तो उसी के आसपास आप most of the agriculture vegetables which you will be getting will be from those, and all the pesticides जितने भी वो हैं सब आपके शरीर में जा रहे हैं through that intake. So we have to be very careful with the water bodies. I was in Stockholm in 2009 World Water Week giving this, and when I went there, उनकी जो rivers थी, मैंने कहा यार wow, कहते you can drink from any part of this. But they also said that when industrial revolution was there, all their waters were black, and the entire generation worked hard not to allow any industry. It is a people movement now. This Yamuna, this Ganga river is not a government movement. वो कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे, उनके पास पता ही नहीं है. अगर आप देखोगे मैनचेस्टर की सारी यूनिवर्सिटी कानपुर में आ गई थी, वो सारी टैनरी इंडस्ट्री आ गई. उन्होंने तो गंगा को पोल्यूट करना था, हमारे रिलीजियस बिलीफ को पोल्यूट करना था. एक ये भी स्कूल ऑफ थॉट है कि उसने लाना था वहाँ से और वो सारा कचरा यहाँ पे लाके हमारे दे दिया, और वहाँ पे हमने टैनिंग इंडस्ट्री खोल दी सारी, और वो गायों को भी मारने लग पड़े और उनको भी दे दिया, और वो सारा का सारा गंगा को पोल्यूट कर दिया उन्होंने. पर उसके लिए हमने भी क्या किया, हम भी तो उसी को चल रहे हैं, अभी भी जूते उन्हीं के लिए बना रहे हैं. यमुना को, गंगा को पोल्यूट कर रहे हैं. छोटी छोटी हैं, इसको बंद कर दो सबको, सब कुछ ठीक है. गंगा जैसे पहले थी. अब ये चेंज ग्राउंड वाटर इज द सोल्यूशन. अपने घरों के साथ कुएं खोदो जैसे खोदते थे पहले, अब थोड़े से अच्छी तरह खोदो और उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं रहेगी. चेंज इन वाटर हैबिट, रिड्यूस वाटर फुटप्रिंट्स, वो छोटी छोटी बातें हैं. जैसे पता ही है सबको, अपने कपड़े ज़्यादा मत बदलो, ये भी बहुत पैसे लेते हैं. टी शर्ट वगैरह भी एक एक कपड़ा एक साल चलाओ, जब तक नहीं फटते तब तक पहनो. फैशन के साथ मत चलो, पानी है ये भी. ये हैबिट्स बदलनी है अपनी. रिड्यूस वाटर फुटप्रिंट्स. तो ये सोल्यूशन क्या है यमुना के लिए? ये भी दिल्ली का एक पुरानी एक फोटोग्राफ इंटरनेट से मैंने ली. इतनी प्यारी नदी, इतना प्यारा पानी है, इतनी खूबसूरत बात कि जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. इसके पास पास ही घूमते रहो और पानी पीते रहो उसका. तो एफर्ट इस जनरेशन को ही लेना है. अभी से हमारे को शुरुआत करनी है स्मार्ट सिटी बनाने के लिए, और जितनी बार रिसाइकलिंग करेंगे उतना ज़्यादा पानी हमारे पास आएगा. छोटी छोटी बातें हैं, वही फूड वाला. और ये है फिर एक चीज़ और है. अब ये वाटर सिर्फ आप we cannot use water just for drinking. अगर आपने एक borewell किया है, you can use it as an energy saver for yourself also, for your home also. That is geothermal exchange system, you know. What does it mean? अब क्या है कि maximum utilization of any part of building you can install with some modification, geological modification, you can install a geothermal heat system. It works in a similar manner. जैसे आपका ये एयर कंडीशनिंग सिस्टम है वो जियोथर्मल सिस्टम है, बट दैट इज 30 to 40% मोर एफिशिएंट दिस एयर कंडीशनिंग सिस्टम एनीवेयर, डन प्रॉपर्ली विद जियोलॉजिकल नॉलेज, और प्रॉपर इंस्टॉलर इसके मिल जाए आपको. तो दिस इज द फ्यूचर सिटीज विच कैन बी प्लान, एंड दिस हैज बीन प्रिपेयर्ड बाय ऑन वन ऑफ द डेटास कि जितने भी कूलिंग टावर्स है, नाउ एवरी एयर कंडीशनिंग बिल्डिंग्स रिक्वायर कूलिंग टावर्स. And it is estimated that 81 billion square feet of commercial building in US, they use about 2 trillion gallons of water. This can be saved if this energy is, if your mindset is changed. नहीं, हमारे को air conditioning नहीं लगाना है, हमारे को geo conditioning system लगाने हैं, बस इतनी सी बात है. And you save about $20 billion. Agni Yodgara, this is a concept which you have developed for Delhi, for Madras, for maybe Bombay. All these metropolitans require huge energy. The concept of Agni Yodgara is lava energy, dig deep borewells of, this is vertical tunneling, the concept has been developed as. So we use this for generation of power in future, and also जितना भी सीवरेज वेस्ट आ रहा है आपका उसको डंप कर दो, जितनी वो वेस्ट वाटर जाएगा उसमें उतना ज़्यादा एनर्जी आपको मिलेगा इन फ्यूचर. So this is one example for right to free sustainable water energy for all by 2050. The concept is in pipeline. अब ग्रीन वाटर यूटिलाइजेशन कैसे आएगा कि मिनिमम ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ वाटर है वो कैसे आएगा ग्राउंड वाटर की यूटिलाइजेशन से. ग्राउंड वाटर इज नॉट डिप्लीटिंग, दिट्स मिथ. वो प्रॉपर ड्रिलिंग नहीं होती, प्रॉपर जैसे मेरे शरीर में खून बह रहा है, हर जगह खून नहीं आएगा. वो सुई ज़्यादा घुसोड़ने से मेरे को आई विल नॉट गेट ब्लड इफ आई पास मोर नीडल इनटू इट, यू नो, बट इट हैज़ टू बी डन प्रॉपरली एंड आई गेट ब्लड आफ्टर एवरी 2 months, 3 months I can donate it also. Similarly, groundwater will never deplete in northern India because glaciers are there to feed the water. We are getting ample amount of rain. It is just कि यहाँ पे buildings ऐसी बन गई हैं, recharging बंद हो गई है, रोड्स आप बन गई हैं, कहीं पे वो हो गया surface water. तो ये सब थोड़ी थोड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जो एड्रेस करके. So I'll just cite an example of Tibetan settlement in late 90s. This was the first project we took up in higher Himalayas when the Tibetans were thrown out from China following Chinese aggression in 1959. They settled in Leh. They were given a piece of land which was barren because all the water part was taken by the Ladakhis who were sitting there. Yeah. So groundwater solution was there, and in 1999 since 2000 they are getting about 24/7 water supply. Siachen troops, similar situation was there. They were melting ice. Now groundwater was the solution for them. They were getting in minus 40 degrees we gave them, and it's almost like 14 years. And doing so we entered into Guinness World and things like that, and this is what press has to say, and I'll wind up with this. Smart cities for me means smart water use.